I've never seen such a spirited stray dog. It wants to repay a kindness. It actually uses this method to repay its owner. One stray dog that the young man often feeds came that day. Early in the morning, it hurried over to find the young man. As soon as they met, it looked very anxious. It seemed to want to take the young man somewhere. The young man was very curious. He didn't know what the dog wanted to do, but the dog looked very anxious. It kept looking back at the young man. Then it kept moving forward. Could it be that the dog has something urgent? To understand the dog's situation, the young man decided to follow it to find out more. The dog ran ahead without looking back. It hurriedly ran forward. Perhaps it was worried that the young man wasn't keeping up. From time to time, it turned its head to glance at the young man. It seemed to be urging the young man to walk faster. After a short period of time, they arrived at a forest. This is a small hill. There are many trees inside. Walking is very strenuous. The dog runs very fast. It quickly disappeared from sight. The young man had to quicken his pace to catch up. The young man, unable to keep up, had to call for the dog to wait. The dog heard and stopped in the distance. It waited until the young man caught up. Only then did it continue walking ahead. Thus, the young man followed the dog, walking and stopping. They passed through a large area of forest. Half an hour later, they finally arrived deep in the woods. At this moment, a fallen tree appeared ahead. The dog suddenly disappeared. When the young man approached and looked, he was stunned by the scene before him. It turned out that the dog had given birth to a litter of puppies under the tree. At that moment, the dog was busy nursing her pups. The young man counted. There are a total of 5 puppies. It turns out the dog mother brought the young man to see her puppies. I have to say, this requires a great deal of trust and courage to bring humans to meet the puppies. This is a stray dog. It is not the dog that the young man keeps at home. It's just that the young man often feeds it. That's why it trusts the young man so much. From the dog's hiding place, it can be seen that she protects the puppies very well. In this deep mountain forest, very few people come by. So it does the same for the puppy's safety. That's why it hides them here. But she wants her benefactor to know that it has become a mother. Yet it brought the young man here with complete trust. It is well known that, generally speaking, stray dogs with puppies are very wary of humans. Unless in special circumstances. Otherwise, she would never let humans know his own hiding place. Seeing the dog trust him so much, the young man was deeply moved. Suddenly, he seemed to notice something unusual. It turned out that behind the mother dog, there was another puppy, but it looked like it had already stiffened. So that means, the mother dog gave birth to a total of 6 puppies. But unfortunately, 1 puppy died. The young man touched the dog, comforting it not to be sad. A few puppies hadn't opened their eyes yet. They were probably only 2 or 3 days old. The young man decided to adopt the dog, but he didn't know if the dog was willing to leave here, to go home with him. What do you think? Would the mother dog take her puppies home with the young man? If it were you, would you be willing to adopt the whole dog family?